Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing with Kaz, Tolden, and Scooter. So let's get this show on the road. Officer's an interesting card. Always good to consider something like that. Peasant is fairly strong, building major improvements, plowing fields. Two good things to do at the same time. Prudent merchant, if you want to build the well or whatever and still get to a stone house nice and early. A prudent merchant officer might be a reasonable combo because you can get 3 stone, build the well, and still get to use officer. So the question is, for me, it's between prudent merchant and master cook. Those are probably the two things that let me do the most, or have the most, overall fine things. Master Cook Rancher is okay too, because you can do plow early on, which is usually unblocked. Let's take Prudent Merchant. Hope maybe Officer comes back and we can use something for it. Alright, this is a difficult one. Well, no, not really that difficult. Probably Renaissance Man is the pick. Can be good for a lot of points. Yeah, that's basically it. Cattle Dealer is good. I think though Renaissance Man, yeah, it's pretty good. Although, if I want to be going for an early stone house, then Renaissance Man maybe. I mean, even if you only make it worth like 4 points, it's still worth taking. Oh, I see Scholar. Okay, so there's no way that Officer comes all the way around. But I mean, Scholar to play Renaissance Man is pretty reasonable. Yeah, so I think Prudent Merchant, Scholar is the pick here. Yeah. School Lunch Lady, I think. Probably the pick here. With Scholar, I'm probably going to want to play a lot of occupations. Child Psychologist is pretty good. Benefactor is good. Hedgekeeper is excellent. All these cards are quite strong. I think though School Lunch Lady is going to be the pick. I can use Prudent Merchant maybe to get Stone Oven, for example, after playing 2 occupations. Something like that. So what would be pretty good for me? Things that help me reno easily. Like reno to stone oven, the miner or reno to stone that lets me do that with the miner. Or builders, yeah, stuff like that. Reasons that help me get to Scholar and my Scholar bonus early. Hello to anyone watching in Twitch chat. Say hey if you're there. Always interested to know what people are up to. Okay. Peasant, Master Cook. I think not Master Cook because I'm going to want to get on Reedstone Food early on. I think the pick here is going to be Peasant because I can play it with Scholar and then later with Scholar play major improvements like Fireplace Upgrade. Buy Fireplace Upgrade, stuff like that. So yeah, pretty reasonable, I think. This pick, I should have excess wood if I do, so then I could do Horseman. I think though, just in case things kind of go south on me, the pick is Plowmaker. Like I could basically use a food with Scholar plus a food, extra food to get another 2 points. So it's like two food for 2 points, which is pretty reasonable. Especially if I want to get on Plow So and my peasant hasn't triggered that often yet. Uh, Clay Plaster, I think. You know what? Maybe none of them. uh, let's try Clay Plaster. Might be useful as a clay action instead of needing to go on clay. Okay. Um, Probably Clogs. Although Goblet is could be good for me with my Prudent Merchant. Ah, Clogs, I guess. Yeah, dough can be pretty good too. Turn a food into 5 food, especially with School Lunch Lady. Would be worth a ton of food, so I think I'm happy with either of those coming back. Um, well, don't really want to pass Mini Pasture to the Hedge Keeper. Rake, though, is solid for points. Petting Zoo is really solid for points. So, it's kind of a difficult one. Hmm. I can always use Mini Pasture like at the start of round 14. Marscock saying my draft doesn't look promising. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, Rake, Petting Zoo, Mini Pasture. All of these would be pretty good for me. Um, Village School, maybe. Nah, I think with Scholar, I'm probably going to want to play most of my cards. Um, Petting Zoo can be 3 points. Rake can be 2 points. I think, though, I'm going to take. You know what? I'm going to take Rake. Should be able to get there between Peasant and Plowmaker. Should be able to get to 5 fields. So, first thing I do is play School Lunch Lady, and then Scholar maybe, and then Scholar out bunch of occupations. Okay, so Clay Hut Extension is probably going to be the pick here. What I can do is I can ignore building wood rooms, just build a clay room on Reno. Yeah, I think that'll be the pick. Hmm. None of these are. I guess a wine closet is probably decent here because it might let me do my Renaissance Man like crazy early. Hmm. Okay, the rest of these cards are all pretty weak. Muddy Land is okay, but I'm not really. I guess it gives me clay, which will help the Clay Hut extension. I think I'm gonna try to go for the big points, which is wine closet. And then here, Goblet, Stone Tongs, Madonna statue. I think Goblet's the pick. If I can get on Reedstone Food a couple times early, get the well. Yeah. Mini Pasture for sure. Really surprised the Hedgekeeper didn't take Mini Pasture, maybe assuming that they're going to get it passed back to them. So I do have many reasons for going for major improvements. School Lunch Lady will get me grain, so I'll go for the ovens. and then peasant will let me plow fields while I go for the ovens. I don't know if I'm gonna force out Renaissance Man or not. Renaissance Man will really delay my getting to a stone house. And for the scholar, getting to a stone house is basically like getting a family growth action. Um, so yeah, I think the general plan. So I see obsolete human asking, "What's the plan?" The plan is scholar with clay hut extension as my only room, which gets me when you renovate to a stone house. It's scholars like your fourth person, and I can use it to play all these like pretty reasonable mid game occupations, except probably for clay plaster. But the other four are all good, and then I can use it to play major improvements, which supports my peasant. Yeah. Um. Oh, bamboo, definitely. I think, yeah. Probably. Oh, whale oil actually might be okay with scholar because I can use it to generate food. Hmm. Probably not great in elevator, so it's whale oil or bamboo. If I want to avoid occupation early and just get a ton of reedstone food, whale oil might be the pick here because whale oil will let me do a starting player action in early on. Bamboo though, bamboo is 5 wood, and I think it should be pretty easy for me to get that between my with my school lunch lady. Although it comes maybe a little late, I don't know. Whale oil will get me food, bamboo will get me wood. I don't think I want to go on fishing all that many times. Yeah, let's try bamboo here. Ooh, wonder if that's gonna end up being a mistake. I don't know. I'll be interested to see. Hmm. You know, it would be really good if I could see Sunday school early on and get past it, because then I could use Sunday school for school lunch lady and scholar. Because none of my minor improvements have an occupation prerequisite, so they're nice and easy to play without even doing occupation early on. So I get 3 wood or I get occupation. Probably I do 3 wood so that I can second action starting player. I don't need to play school lunch lady for a while, so I'm gonna need 6 clay and 2 reed. Um, and then I'm gonna need 6 clay, 3 reed, 3 stone, and then any amount of wood. Ooh, so this is the master cook here, playing starting player piggy bank. Um, yeah, starting player is not really that highly. I mean, it is taken early on, but to do it with your first action is not great, I would say. Especially when I took 3 wood with the intention of doing starting player myself. Oh well. Hopefully occupation comes all the way around. If Scooter gets it, it's going to be a pretty good start for Scooter. And of course he does. Yeah, lady in waiting. So I can day labor. I can take clay. Maybe I should have taken day labor because then the more good resource actions there are, maybe I get a better one with my second move. But I think I'm pretty okay with doing starting player. Like, yeah. Okay, I can also consider mini pasture plus fireplace early on, And that would give me quite efficient feeding for a while. So Kaz, I expect, will play Master Cook. And then Toolden. Yeah, I'm not going to get on Reedstone food, which sucks. So I took Prudent Merchant over Officer. Yeah, maybe I should have taken Officer with my first pick. I don't know how people value Prudent Merchant. I think he's like just a generically fine card because he's very reliable in terms of what the payout is. Oh, Dancer. Okay, not Master Cook. I don't remember if I passed Dancer or not. I mean, certainly the Dancer will feed his piggy bank. Okay, so there I'm now giving up on mini pasture animals because Toolden just played Turkey Breeder. Don't want to compete with him, so Scooter will Reedstone food here, so then I can do 2 reed or 3 wood. I guess I do 2 reed probably. And maybe my dream for the goblet is dead because it's going to be difficult for me to get the stone before someone else. But I can always get like Basket Maker's Workshop or something, and that could be fine. Or pottery. Or stone oven. Stone oven still would be totally fine with school lunch lady. Yeah, Obsolete Human saying I think Prudent Merchant gets a bit undervalued because it isn't as flashy as some other cards. Totally, it doesn't give you bonus points, but it's super reliable. That's what's good about it. It's super reliable and basically works with anything. It's very rare that you're going to have a draft where you can't support it. Okay, Kaz taking 3 wood instead of going onto the piggy bank. Okay. So Toolden grabbing food. That's a funny start. I could build the first room really easily. I could do starting player and then like 4 wood. Then I would have the first wood room. It would mean that I have to give up on my scholar pretty much, but I don't know, it might be fine. I think I do starting player here either way. Starting player to what? Starting player to 4 wood and then hope that I get fishing. Okay. I think that's fine. I'll play, well, I could play Wine Closet here, but I don't have a way of generating additional vegetables, which is too bad. Yeah, and it probably limits me a little. I'll have other opportunities to play miners. I don't need to play Wine Closet here. So yeah, three food fishing with my second action. Otherwise, 4 clay should be fine. I guess the other thing with Prudent Merchant, I could Prudent Merchant Clay Hut Extension, which would make it pretty easy for me to build 2 clay rooms at once. Oh, Tolden has Master Cook, not Kaz. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. Yeah, if I get like something like 6 clay next round, what I'll think to do is I'll try to do Clay Hut Extension, Reno, And then I could prudent merchant the clay hut extension resources back, which would then let me build another clay room. So I get to 4 rooms pretty easily. Yeah, that might work. I would need, yeah, 6 clay total and another reed. Because then Reno clay hut extension would use all my clay. So I would need 1 more clay total and 1 more reed total, which is easy to get. So yeah, so Kaz should have definitely done traveling players last round, so that what happened doesn't happen, pretty much. Usually you want to do first action, take resources, second action, play occupation, or play traveling players. Because I blocked him, of course. There's no reason not to. The stuff's worth the same to me, but I deny him 1 food, so no reason for me not to block him. So if family growth comes at round 5, that would be pretty good for me. What's Tolden thinking? So no one else has the resources to build a room, so that's also good. I can take clay with my first move and then second action do anything. So I can still build a wood room if I choose to. I can pretty much give up on the scholar and just do NUR-FG, which is nothing but family growth. Build wood room, Reno, clay hut extension a room, and then, continue as normal. That's still an option. Or build a wood room, clay hut extension, get prudent merchant clay hut extension resources back to build another clay room and just grow like crazy really early. Yeah, that's an option. Let's see what Scooter does with this move. Probably does 3 wood, I would think. This is kind of the moment of truth. Do I decide to build a room here? If family growth comes around 5, of course it's worth to build a room. Oh, Kaz can build a room as well. But he probably wants to dance with his second move, I would think. But you know what? I can't predict this guy at all. You know what? I'm going to still try to go for the scholar. I have enough clay to do my 2 clay room play. Let's give this a shot. Or I can get clay oven. Yeah, I just really don't like sitting on starting player through here because my feeding, I won't set up a food engine. I think I really want to get clay oven to feed for the next harvest. So I want to play 1 more occupation and then get on Reedstone food once and then, Reno clay oven. That could be pretty good. Now, of course, if family growth comes round 5 and round 6 growth falls into my lap, I'll probably do it, but Kaz takes 4 clay. Alright, Toolden starting player. I think Scooter will... No, he won't build a room. No need for him because of Toolden starting player. Yeah, so that helped Scooter quite a bit, who's already got the lady in waiting. That's okay. I mean, getting woodcart out this early is pretty nice, and it compensates for him for his master cook not being the most efficient. Ooh, I think that's an error by Scooter building a room there. He should save his room until round 5 because then if round 5 family growth comes, he gets it. Otherwise, if round 6 family growth comes, he doesn't have to spend a starting player action because I could jump ahead of him easily. Oh, but Reno came. Okay, awesome. That's, I think, what I wanted to have happen. So I'm going to do Reedstone Food, and then I'm going to do Occupation Prudent Merchant, and then I'm going to Reno Clay Oven, and I won't get the resources back from Clay Oven. I'll get the resources back from Clay Hut Extension. I could play Clay Plaster as well, actually. Clay Plaster will be worth a couple clay for me in this game. Alright, Reedstone Food. Yeah, the nice thing too about this is Kaz doesn't know about Clay Hut Extension. So I can probably do starting player to jump ahead of him in family growth. Yeah, that's looking pretty reasonable. Storehouse Keeper. Okay, is he going to compete with me for the clay oven? I hope not. But he might. Yeah, I think if round 6 is stone, then I'll go for scholar. If round 6 is family growth, then I'll go for 2 clay rooms. And then the scholar will just come fairly late. I mean, I can still play scholar. Like, it's still worth it for me to go to a stone house instead of getting a big stone improvement, because the scholar will get me a bunch of actions. We'll see, though. Lots to be decided. Could also do my Renaissance Man from here on. I could do starting player, wine closet, but I think I want to use my resources. So I think I can, if I get like 3 or 4 rounds out of my Renaissance Man, I'll be happy with that. Doesn't need to come out for a little bit still. So I get a grain. I guess I could Prudent Merchant Clay Oven. I get 1 fewer resources total. But it's a stone instead of a reed. That's the big... A stone instead of a reed and a clay. I definitely am going to have to do another clay action if I build another clay room. But if not, then I may or may not need another clay action. I can still decide. Oh, I guess he's got piggy bank, so maybe he'll piggy bank stone oven or something. But yeah, with his setup, with Kaz's setup, I would have done, with Dancer, I probably would have taken Master Cook. I don't know what order he saw them in, just because Dancer and Master Cook, like, you're getting 6 extra food per round, and then when you see piggy bank, you say, yes, awesome, that's what I'm going to use all my food on. Then you don't take like Storehouse Keeper, because Storehouse Keeper is a contested action. You generally want to avoid those. This is turning into the easiest family growth ever for Scooter, though. Yeah, he's going to have a strong game, as long as he gets his feeding reasonable. So maybe you need to consider blocking fishing to try and set him back. Because if you block fishing, he probably has a hard time without Basket Maker's Workshop. But Basket Maker's Workshop means he can't reno again, or build again for a while, so probably would be worth it. I think Tulden did starting player again there. Oh, because he wants to plow to power up his rancher. Okay. Family growth around 7, and it might just fall into Scooter's lap. I don't really know what Kaz is doing. Although he doesn't know what I'm doing either. He's probably thinking the same thing. But yeah, I definitely will first action. Okay, no, Scooter's doing dinghy. Okay, he's playing safe. Good. First action starting player, that's good because that means the rest of us get better actions overall. And it means that I get round 8 family growth for sure because I can. Yeah, so what do I do here? Do I do Reedstone Food? My second action is going to be Reno Clay Oven. So what's my first action? Probably Reedstone Food. Yeah, getting more stone is always going to be good for me this game. And if I get an extra reed, that's fine because I'm going to need an extra reed with my Renaissance Man. Yeah, I guess Renaissance Man and Scholar don't really go together. Because usually with Renaissance Man, it's nice to use all those resources at the end of the game. Like, you hold off and then play, like, Reno to stone and fence or whatever. Having one extra clay is no big deal. But, of course, I'm going to want to Reno earlier, so. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there's the plow to power up the rancher. So Tolden looks like he's playing for Tolden looks like he's playing for Head of the Revolution. Which is cool. I wonder if he got like oh, like office not officer, supervisor. Supervisor is kind of a trap card though. Um, One thing I would say if I was Toolden, I would have done put my stable here. Because I don't think the stable has to go inside. Yeah. Just it's that extra space for rancher, and you're pretty confident you're gonna fence around that anyways. So, all right, Scooter plays Clay Delivery Man. So I do my Reno for sure. Oh, that leaves me one clay short. Okay, so I'm gonna use my Prudent Merchant here and get my stone back. Darn. Oh, that's a big miscalculation on my part. Oh, that's too bad. Hmm. With family growth coming out round 7, I guess building 2 rooms because becomes less desirable. Just because there's people are doing their first growth later into the game. So I'm going to have 6 wood fall to me next round. So the question is, do I risk a Kaz doing first action starting player? Oh, okay, it's just going to be 4 wood, and 3 wood and a food. Okay, those are all pretty equal value, so I don't need to rush any of them, I don't think. Um, yeah, so I'm going to try to grab 3 stone in round 8 or 2 stone in round 6. Either of those would be fine so that I can family growth and then Reno to stone, then do do some other fun stuff. Scooter plays coffee break. Nice. So I do my starting player clay hut extension, and pretty happy with that. So yeah, getting to do grow in queue with a clay room is usually pretty strong because of course you save a lot on wood. So then I can do my second action can be either 4 wood or 3 wood in a food. Either of those would be good for me. I can also consider I can also consider a clay action, but probably I don't need to do a clay action with this move. I can probably do a clay action next round. Because if Toolden's not going to build another room, then then I have some good options. Okay. Well, there are going to be 3 excellent wood actions next round. If neither of those two don't get taken, pretty sure Kaz is going to dance. And I'm pretty sure Toolden. Well, Toolden might take wood twice. I think he might do 2 reed build though. So I think I like fishing here because then I have a reasonable chance of getting a really good action with my second move after family growth. Just to remind you guys of my hand. Got Scholar, Peasant, Renaissance Man, Plowmaker. Almost certainly going to be playing all 4 of those. And then a couple reasonable minors, like Mini Pasture is always a good starting player action late. Wine Closet, not sure if I'll play, but Clogs, Bamboo, Mini Pasture, those 3 I'll all play for sure. And then I'll play those 4 occupations. Maybe not Plowmaker even. If my game's going well, I can do take clay and build major improvements instead of doing Plowmaker, but we'll see. Head of the Revolution for Toolden, yeah, no surprise there. He took 2 stone as well. So is he thinking joinery? I don't know. But yeah, family growth clogs, and I have 5 food already, so feeding in this harvest should be a piece of cake. This is usually one of the most difficult harvests to feed in, so yeah, that's good, very good. Probably I want to set myself up to do 2 stone and then reno. If I reno, I probably can't use the major improvement space. Oh, I could do fireplace. Fireplace is still available. What are the odds that the 2 clay fireplace is still available in round 9? I'm not sure about that one. We'll see. Is Toolden gonna play Cowboy and Mother here? That would be kind of cool if he plays it in this round to start collecting cattle. Guess not. Still needs a way of eating those animals, I guess. I wonder if he saw Cowboy Mother, thought, oh, I'll pick this on the rebound, drafted around Cowboy Mother, and then didn't get it back to him. That's a possibility, I think, based on what he's done. Okay, what do I do here? I could grab the resources for something. What? I could just fireplace to take sheep next round. Or I could read stone food. It gets me. I would need another stone action to then do my Renaissance Man. Or I could just play Scholar here. If I play Scholar, I'm going to need a food action before the next harvest. So I think it's probably not worth it to do Scholar. Not to do that next round at least. So I'll just do Reedstone Food here, I think. You know what? Those animals are getting too good. Do not want Scooter to get them. Nice thing about a card like School Lunch Ladies, it actually generates enough grain that I'll be able to do sows and baking. Like I can go on sow bake and yeah. How are you gonna win, Toolden? Like I understand you got the Head of the Revolution bonus, but yeah. I don't see how he's going to win without growing. Scooter plays businessman. Oh, that's too bad. That means he can take those sheep. Too bad. I mean, it does interrupt his coffee break, so that's something. Good play. Good play by Scooter. Left that option available, so now I can first action take 5 sheep. So then what do I do? Take stone and Reno. Do I do 4 wood here? I guess I have enough that I could activate my Scholar next round. If I do Reedstone Food, Scholar, would I be 1 food short? I would have to play a miner that got me food, which I could play Dinghy. I could play Dinghy. Oh, Reedstone Food gets me a food. What am I thinking? I could do 2 stone. I guess 2 stone is better for my other guy. To render next round, I need to pass on 4 wood. Okay, it's probably worth doing this. And then in round 10, I can focus on getting the goods for my Renaissance Man. All right, that looks reasonable. So is next action Reno for me? How many players saw a Scholar? 3 of them. Yeah, I think that works. Just in case Toolden's thinking about renovating himself. Not the strongest play, but it gets my Scholar going, which is nice. Like, I miss out on taking 4 wood here, which might be better, but I think getting my Scholar done is like gonna be pretty worth doing. So I need to take clay, grain, vegetable in round 10 to power my Renaissance man. So I guess that's one place that I screwed up, is I didn't manage my resources well. But if I can get 6 clay with my first move next round, then I think, yeah, that's going to have turned out plenty fine, because then I can hard build clay oven or cooking hearth, and which will trigger my peasant. Yeah, or I can upgrade and then build fireplace. So I can basically use my Scholar plus peasant like it's a plow driver. Yeah. Moldboard plow for Kaz on, what did he do? Oh, he's on family growth. He's still doing his move. That's why. Okay. I wonder if my cheap occupation spot will get blocked. If it does, I can still afford to do Scholar here, but then I would not be able to build a room in or to occupation in round 10 because I wouldn't have the resources to do it. I could I could do my fireplace upgrade to a cooking hearth or play some other thing. Yeah, because Toolden could read Stone Food and then, well, I don't know why he's saying. Yeah, because Toolden can do, okay, he's doing joinery instead. Yeah, okay. That works. And then I do this. Boom! Oh, I never actually went to stone. Yeah, I think using Rancher to power his Head of the Revolution in joinery is interesting, but he's just not going to have enough actions to have a competitive game. Um, so now I have only to take vegetables, and then I can play Renaissance Man for 4 points. Because Renaissance Man triggers at the start of the work phase, so I can have it happen after after I play it. I do need food, so like I could always take 2 boar, um, but I would rather, I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, the boar is the best source of food on the board. Okay. Yeah, I'll take boar with my second action. Assuming it comes around, Tolden might take boar here. Actually, I'll probably take the boar. Get that breeding pair going. Okay, he didn't need the first action Reno there. That's not a very good play. I mean, it lets him compete for the boar, but there's 0 chance he gets back. Toolden will take it, and if Toolden doesn't, I take it. Oh, Toolden does Master Cook. Okay, so I get the boar. Or Scooter does. Scooter has Cooking Her still, so. Uh, Cattle Dealer. Okay, that works. I'll be interested to see how Scooter fences. If he plans on letting himself do lots of fields or not. So my last action is that other thing. Yeah, Toolden should have taken 2 boar there. With his strategy, he needs to get all his breeding pairs going as soon as possible. Oh, he takes vegetable. Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame. Uh, I can always starting player. Oh, I have a way around that. Starting player wine closet. Okay, that works. It's kind of painful spending clay, but I don't think it'll matter. And it gets me starting player. So first move next round. Could take cattle. I could take 4 wood. If I don't take cattle, they probably go to Toolden, which I'm fine with. Kaz I can pretty safely ignore. He's not going to win. The question is Toolden going to have a high enough point ceiling to beat Scooter and I think probably not. I don't think so. Not when I have two 2 wood miners plus 4 bonus point occupation. Oh, let's get all this crap I put on the board, probably by accident, out of the way. And I get a point. Then I can take sheep or I can take cattle. It pretty much depends on how I want to feed. If I wanted to go on so bake, then I'm okay doing this, I think. Yeah. I still have that boar. I don't mind eating that boar, but I probably would prefer not to. Holding on to it's probably worth an action. I also have bamboo field. I want to get that out at some point, and mini pasture. Okay. So I don't need any more wood actually, because bamboo gets me 5 and mini pasture gets me 4. So I guess I did need that wood move. I'm not sure. Because I got bamboo and mini pasture. So I do want to get my stuff going, get my resources going. So I'll do fireplace upgrade to cooking hearth for free by returning it, and then I'll do with scholar in round 12 get buy the fireplace again, and that'll get me a field each time I do that. And then I can play plowmaker in start around 13 to set up my reno, or to set up my plow sow. So yeah, I think this is fine here. I'll spend a food to get a field. And now when I eat that boar, it's worth an extra food to me. Yeah, so if I get that 2 fireplace back, which I should, because I think it's unlikely that Toolden, I don't think anyone's going to build another fireplace. Scooter wants to reno. He could, yeah, he could do it, just to deny it from me, which wouldn't be terrible. Kaz plays the clay hut extension on starting player, I assume. And then he should grow with his last move. It's a funny game. Definitely could have grown way more aggressively because no one did last round. But I think the scholar play will end up being worth it. Because scholar gains me actions at the beginning of the round, like high quality actions, even though they are limited, as opposed to a 4th family member would add late actions late in the round. Which, oh, so baked got taken. That's probably not good. I guess I wanted to do so bake. Is there another way for me to do it? No, so I'll just have to take food. That's fine. I can take 4 food sheep. Yeah, 4 food sheep here is not great, but it's fine. Definitely don't want to eat like my vegetable because I want to keep using my Renaissance man. So I'll Scholar Plowmaker here. Gets me my last grain, and then from then on I play Bamboo and I play Mini Pasture. Although probably not in that order. Probably I play Mini Pasture and then I play Bamboo. Because I guess it is possible that I do plow and then sow here, but the problem is if I do the sow here, then I lose out on a round of Renaissance Man. Oh no, I don't do plow or anything. I don't do Plowmaker. I do Fireplace, of course. And my farm looks like this. That looks reasonable. Oh, milking stool with cattle dealer, nice. So I think Scooter's point ceiling is a little low, but with Lady in Waiting, he'll have a lot of actions. So he's still got like Stone Oven available, and he can still Reno, so he'll have some good moves. And the milking stool, of course, helps out a lot. If Plowsow comes all the way around to me, I definitely need to consider it because it'll save me an action. I mean, I'll lose a point, but it'll save me going on so bake, and then just as long as I can feed in some other manner, that would be fine. Yeah, okay. Cost me a point on Renaissance Man, but Plowsow is pretty much always a good move, and I'll get another point from Renaissance Man in round 14, so should be fine. I could use my last two actions to take green and then take vegetable for a point, but probably I need to do other stuff. I need to do other actions that give me food and points at the same time, like vegetable, grain, vegetable, cattle. Yeah, probably cattle's quite a bit better. Maybe taking vegetables is reasonable. We'll see. Toolden does starting player to get family growth because he needs those actions and he needs those points from family members. So what do I do here? I could do vegetable and then I could even do plowmaker on the action space. Oh, but I can't feed it. I don't have any food to play it. So that doesn't work. Well, I'll take cattle. I guess if I take vegetable, I can always eat the cattle, play plowmaker at the start of round 13, and then I still get the Renaissance Man bonus. But I think I'm doing fine. I don't need to do that. I can play bamboo now at the start of round 13. Okay, so vegetables gone, so that dream is dead. Uh, do I need to take food here? Hmm. If I play bamboo, this is all about setting up my next action. I guess I could take food to play mini pasture with on starting player. Like I do probably want to do starting player next round. I don't like passing the mini pasture though, because it helps your opponent get a ton of stuff. Hmm. Yeah, it's not great this 3 food action, but I think it'll be end up being okay. I'll play plowmaker. Yeah, because then if I get plow sow, I can plow 2 fields at once, and then or plow a field. Like if I don't get starting player, then I'll plow a field. That should be fine. Turn a food into a grain. So Toolden does master cook. What the? Oh man. Okay. So that means I get plow sow if I want it, or I get starting player. Oh man. Toolden. Interesting. Okay, not what I was expecting. Scooter was probably planning on plow sowing and now is considering family growth. Yep. So I'll plow sow. So I use my plow maker here. And maybe I don't play mini pasture at all. I play bamboo and take wood. That'd work. Or even if I don't take bamboo, it's only 1 point. Yeah. Or if I don't take wood, it's only 1 point lost. So probably I'll have better actions in other areas. Like Probably I'll have to take food with these next two moves. I'm definitely going to want to plan on doing a so bake because it'll be worth 1 point for my vegetable and then I can bake my ninth grain. So it'll be 1 point and a bunch of food. So I'll plan on doing that before I think anyone else is likely to. I also need to fence and then hopefully take animals. So that's the failing of this game, is that I haven't fenced early enough to get animal points, which is poor on my part. I guess Tolden decided he didn't have enough food. Like, he never getting a major improvement is hard. Certainly makes the game harder. So I do 2 sheep for 4 food here. Yikes. Not great. Or I do cattle. Yeah, since I already have cattle, I want to take it out of the game. Just eat one of them. Yeah, the difference between Scooter and I'll have more crop points, but he'll have more. Actually, if he gets the 4 vegetable, maybe we're going to be comparable on crop points. So he's going to have milking stool, which counteracts my clogs and rake. But I'm going to have more fields and more fences, so that's good, but he'll have more animal points. Yeah. I don't think I need to consider Toolden. He's missing out on too many points from family members to be competitive and from his house. I think those two things are making him not really um, viable. So I just take food here. Yeah, not great play, but I think it's the best. Get a point from Renaissance Man for the start of the next round, and then I'll play bamboo. I guess the other thing to consider would be to play mini pasture because then I can take 2 boar with my first action. But I think family growth is going to come to me because Scooter's going to Reno. Ooh, maybe not. Do I need a first action so bake? Maybe. Toolden, it's worth points for him to so bake. Yeah, it's going to be worth a lot for him actually. So Toolden will definitely so bake. I don't think Scooter will. Yeah. Okay, that should be fine. Also, I wonder if Kaz has half timbered house. With the way his resources are right now, look. Sorry, I cut out there. Looks like he might. Just with 6 clay, 1 extra, 2 extra stone, 1 extra reed. You know, he might have it. And with those boar taken, 100% I play bamboo. It is possible I get blocked by Toolden or by Kaz. Toolden and Scooter cannot fence at all, but Kaz could decide to go on the fence space. Pretty sure that would be a terrible move though, because he has points available, like he can do Reno fence. Unless he has a minor he needs to hold on to, but like his fence action is safe for sure. I or his Reno action, I should say. It is possible I get blocked. 5 food. So I have all the food I need for the rest of the game now. Yeah, because if my fencing gets blocked, I'm done. But I'm pretty sure it would be a terrible move for him. I think it would just be a potential king making move. Yeah, he went on Reno fences. Reno fence is more efficient in terms of number of actions. Oh, and he has a family growth action he can do. He can family growth half timbered house. Oh, he doesn't have enough wood. I don't know what he's doing. No idea what this guy's doing. He'll end up with a not terrible score. I mean, he's got the well, he's got a 4-room stone house, he's pretty much filled up his farm, but he's gonna have too many negative points from animals. Ooh, trees for the citizens for Tolden. Okay. I mean, it's worth 3 points. Yeah. I guess he based his game around I'm going to need a ton of wood. I'm going to put all that wood towards using it rather than building a room and family growthing, which I don't think is going to end up being worth it for him. So all I need is for boar or sheep to come around, and the end of this will be have gone as well as it could have. So I can do. This is 3 points. I guess this is better if someone has constable. I think it's pretty unlikely, but I can fence 14, right? So 1, 2, 3. I can have 3 pastures and cover, or 2 pastures and 1. Yeah, it's the same. Doesn't matter. So I don't need to think about it. So I fence 13. I guess this doesn't leave me with any more point actions. And plowing would be a 1 point action. A vegetable would be a 1 point action. So one of the sheeps or the vegetable has got to come back, right? There's no way it doesn't. Yeah. I guess I could leave myself open for a plowmaker action. Plowmaker, I guess, gives me 1 extra action. Because I could do that. That's 13, 14. So I've got 4 fields, so I could cut that number down by 1 to go here. Yeah, it's the same number of points. Yes. It just leaves the plowmaker plow available to me. I could have family I got family growth available too. Whatever. I overthought about it, but now for sure I'm going to get a 2 point action with my last move. I'm going to get family growth, or I'm going to get boar, sheep, or plow. One of them has to be available to me. Boar would be good because I take it away from Scooter. Yeah, Kaz doing his dancing. He just doesn't really understand the priority of moves, which is fine, you know. takes a lot to get to that level where you know what the best moves are. And people disagree on what the best moves are, of course. So, oh, my dog's barking. I'll be right back. Coming in? Come on in, bud. Excuse me. So Scooter did boar. So plow is worth something to no one really. Yeah, I'll just do sheep. Doesn't really matter. It's two. All of them are 2 points. Okay. Feed 6. So I get 2 points from rake and 2 points from clogs. And that's it. No other bonus points available. And I don't breed or anything. So let's take a look at what this farm's worth. Ooh, only 33. Oh, geez, that's brutal. Oh, that really sucks. I guess I don't have enough family members. Ooh, that's really brutal. It's only 40. Oh, that's disappointing. I guess, did I need to get on family growth without room? Yeah, I'm worse than Toolden, and I was shitting on Toolden all game about not having a high enough point ceiling. Well, I mean, I'm missing out on a ton of animals, and I could have fenced earlier. Yeah. My crop points are reasonable, and my fields are reasonable, but nothing else. Yeah. Not so good for me. So, grats to Scooter, because I'm sure he beat 44. Actually, I probably might have even come in last. What did Kaz score? No, I beat Kaz. Okay. Yeah, Scooter is almost at 50. So, well, that was not so good. Much worse than I was expecting. Yeah, he did have Cowboy and Mother. Oh, well, so, I mean, Scooter was always having a strong game, I said all along, and my game was nowhere near as good as I expected it to be. Only 3 family members. I mean, the Scholar was good, but it meant that I had to pass up on getting, like, the well or stone oven or whatever. Yeah. What else could I have done differently? I don't know. I did try to starve him. I could have just built a wood room, and then I force him to do more starting player actions. Hmm. Yeah, he's saying the 5 sheep was the most important thing. And yeah, that's definitely true. That was huge. He would have starved without it. So that's the thing. I had set up my game so that I was starve proof pretty much. Although I did spend 2 actions just taking food last round. I don't know. Yeah, I guess my feeding was not as good as I thought it was because I didn't get any points from those actions last round. They were 2 just food actions. Yeah, that should have been my clue that I wasn't getting points but getting food instead. That I wasn't having a good game. Hmm. Okay, what do I like about this game? I like the peasant plus scholar. I do not like miscounting on my number of clay, so that I had to use prudent for clay oven. Yeah. Did I need to build 2 clay rooms to have a chance? Then my scholar would have been pretty late. Hmm. But then I have an extra family member. Yeah, only having 9 points from your family member is a huge drop off. Because if you get to 5 members, it's an extra 6 points. Plus, you gain those actions. So maybe my plan was flawed all along. I don't know. I knew Scooter was doing well, but that I didn't even beat Toolden is pretty pathetic. Yeah, pretty weak game. 288621. Because I was thinking, I was thinking that I'll have like a 39, 30, 40 point farm, and then I'll get 7 bonus points, and that might be enough to win at like 46, 47. Mm. So, best cards here by power Diplomat. But okay, obviously Prudent was the wrong pick. There are 5 better cards in this pack. Master Cook is debatable. 3 better cards in this pack. Okay, so let's say that I first pick Officer. Then when Scholar comes around, I have a very good reason for using the Scholar play. And I get a bunch of extra actions. It's like doing a double family growth at once. But even if I don't take Prudent Merchant here, what could I take instead? I could take something like Diplomat. Could take Peasant. Could take Officer. Officer is best card by draft position. It's not really all that strong on its own. And then Renaissance Man. Ooh, Renaissance Man at 2.0 behind Plowmaker and Cowboy Mother. And behind Cattle Dealer by quite a bit. Yeah. Wonder if it's a bit of a case where I didn't draft that well, and then some good cards made it. Yeah, Businessman. He took Businessman here over Master Builder. I mean, it worked. I got School Lunch Lady here. Like Benefactor. I don't know why did Tool did not? He must not have got Benefactor. And Child Psychologist didn't come out either. And Hedgekeeper. Oh man, a lot of good cards here that didn't come out. Peasant, fine with. Plowmaker is good. Hmm. Clogg's best card by power here. So Rake is quite a bit behind Mini Pasture and Village School. Hmm. Clay Hut Extension. Yeah, like the Family Growth queue went pretty well for me, except for the fact that I didn't try to grow a fourth time. So maybe that was a blunder. Wine Closet over Muddy Land. I mean, Wine Closet was for Renaissance Man. Hmm. I guess I should have considered Straw Thatched Hut with School Lunch Lady. And then I can first build with Clay Hut Extension, then build two more rooms with School Lunch or with Straw Thatched Hut after I've set it up. Yeah, I think my draft is okay, except for my first pick, Prudent Merchant. Okay, that was not good. Not good. Hmm. Anyways, well, that was a game. I'll probably try to play another one. Lots of people online. It shouldn't take me too long. Um, I am going to restart the stream just to make it easier to cut the VOD. So thanks very much for watching, you guys. If you're watching live, refresh in about 30 seconds.